What's going on, guys? Radio Graffiti here, and today I want to talk to you guys about Smile, the first one. This movie came out in 2022, but it's Halloween today, so let's talk about a horror movie. I just watched this last week in preparation for Smile 2, which I'll be seeing sometime this week. But yes, Smile 1, basically the movie's about this lady who looks kind of like Jennifer Gardner. She witnesses her patient commit suicide right in front of her. She was talking all crazy, how she's seen some kind of demon thing or whatever. She thought she was crazy. But little did Jennifer Gardner know that her patient wasn't tripping balls and that she actually did see a demon, and by committing suicide, the demon now has cursed her. And now she has less than a week to either kill herself or kill somebody else in front of somebody, making them a witness, so that the curse then passes to them. We spend the rest of the movie following Jennifer Gardner as she's trying to figure out just what this demon's all about, the history of it, how some of them have managed to get away from the curse and how the rest of them have failed. And if there's any way she can possibly get rid of it. She basically just goes through psychological torture throughout the entire film as she's trying to explain to her man, who is played by A-Train in this film, what's going on with her. She's trying to get her friends to listen to her. Everyone thinks she's batshit crazy. Her family thinks she's crazy. They don't know what to do for her. I liked the film. I thought it was pretty interesting. Though I didn't see it as much of a horror movie, more of a sort of drama and thriller. Obviously, there's some horror aspects here and there, but I felt it was a little light on horror. Like, really nothing scary happens until pretty much the very ending of the film. Like, the last 5 minutes is the only time you really get some scary stuff. The rest of it was pretty tame for a horror movie. It's basically just following her character as she's trying to prevent the curse of either having to kill herself or kill somebody else, and her kind of trying to overcome her trauma she had with her mother. The main character, she's a bit bland. They try to make us think she's just a good person by A-Train saying, yeah, she's a nurse, but she'd do it for free because she's just such a good person. And that's about all you really get to her character. She's not got much going on for her. You really only want her to succeed because you feel she's cursed with this terrible demon thing that she had nothing to do with. She's just an innocent lady. But outside of that, I never really cared about her character in particular. A-Train isn't in the movie much, but when he is, he's kind of supposed to be looked at as sort of the dick who doesn't know how to comfort and help his woman, but it's like, he does everything he can. I mean, we know that she's seeing a demon because we've seen the film through her eyes. We know all the context, but look at it through his eyes. He thinks, she's crazy, as would anybody. If somebody came up to you today and was like, hey, I'm seeing a demon, I'm having a whole lot of terrible hallucinations, I don't know what to do, I think I might end up killing myself or killing somebody else, you're going to think they're crazy. As you should. We only know she's not crazy because we know the context of what's going on, we've seen what's happened to her, and we know she's in a movie. So yeah, that was a little annoying how they kind of make A-Train seem like the dickhead here. When it's like, well, he listens to you, he went and got your therapist to try to help you out. I mean, what do you really want the man to do? He's not a priest. You want him to perform an exorcism on you or something? I mean, what does she really want him to do? There's only so much she can do, I mean. And the demon itself, it's a pretty big mystery, like we don't know much about it besides what she discovers throughout the film, but as far as the demon itself, like what it looks like, I assume what shows itself at the end is what it actually looks like, but I mean, here's my thing with this whole demon and its curse. Why don't you just get some drug dealers or some kind of pedophiles, rapists, something like that. Go hunt them down. Kill one of them in front of the other one so that they get cursed. Okay, so let's say you kill a pedophile in front of the other pedophile. Now he's cursed, right? Okay, so go visit the pedophile again in about a day or two. Make sure he's all nice and cursed. The demon's all nice and cozy in his body. And then just murder the pedophile. And make sure there's no witnesses around, of course. And then the curse should be broken, right? There's no witnesses, so it has no one to latch onto. I feel like that would break the curse. I don't know. Or how about an exorcism? Those always work in these movies, right? Really, the only horror aspects we get in the film are a lot of fake-out scenes where it's like she's hallucinating, she sees some kind of creepy, weird stuff, like her sister walks up to the car and, her head kind of twists around, or she'll be having a conversation with somebody, then all of a sudden they'll just, peel their face off and just start whipping their dick around and coming all over the place and just shooting everybody in the head. And then you find out, oh, she's just hallucinating all that stuff. It's all just in her head. That got kind of annoying after a while. I feel like that occurs quite a bit throughout the film where you think you're watching a scene taking place, but really it's just in her head and none of it's real. I guess it made it kind of interesting because there's always all these little twists, like when she's talking to her therapist and it turns out she's just talking to the demon. But I don't know, I feel like it got kind of excessive at a certain point when it feels like at this point I'm just watching a fake movie. But yes, Smile 1, I enjoyed it. It's a good movie. I would recommend it. It's not going to change your life or anything. It's a fine film. It's a good way to spend about an hour and a half. Moves through a little slow, but I thought it was pretty interesting that, well, yes, it is another movie that's about somebody being cursed. You know, how many horror movies have they made where somebody gets a curse of a demon and they got a ticking clock on them now? But I found it pretty interesting how they sort of have to give the character a chance to escape the curse by trying to outsmart it or, you know, play 3D chess with it. It's like, well, maybe if I overcome my trauma, I can get rid of this demon. But it ends up not working, which I thought was a pretty good idea. I don't know why that didn't work. Maybe she didn't overcome it and it kind of just overtook her, or it was too late. I don't know. But it definitely sets up the rules for the second movie. I'm excited to see Smile 2 and see just how the rules expand or what more we learn about the demon and if it's able to actually be defeated. Because if the demon can't be defeated, then there's not much tension here. It's like, well, we know this person's going to die, so let's just get to the part where either they kill themselves or they kill somebody else. You know, you gotta have your big bad guy have some kind of chance of being defeatable, or else, you know, what's even the point? I'm basically just watching this person live their last week and they have no chance of survival, really. Like I said, why don't you just kill somebody and then kill them a day or two later? I feel like that would work, but I don't know. We'll see as the movies continue to go on. So yeah, what did you guys think about Smile 1? Do you think it was a bit slow and boring, or do you think it's one of the better horror movies that have come out in recent years? As you guys know, if you watch my channel, which not many of you do, I'm not that big of a horror guy. I don't really like the movies like that, but there's some here and there that I like whenever they're not doing cheap jump scares or filling up the movie with a bunch of dumb, cliche characters. So yeah, that's all I got to say for now. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time.